here.
All right, so what's going to happen is where that says no comment, that's going to fill up. Try not to pay too much attention to that. Don't pay attention to any, like the screen. I mean, you can look at yourself, obviously, but the color that's going out is different than the monitor. So don't have to worry about that. But we'll wait a second here and get everything doing what it needs to do. Make sure we're connected.
So you could do it for 3 hours and 59 minutes if you want to?
You could, but it would...
No, but I mean, I don't, but that's the time frame that they give you?
Yeah, which is weird. Really...
So 4 hours that you could do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The most we've probably done is...
Hour and 30 minutes.
Hour and 15 on this device, because the device itself gets hot.
What, that little box?
The little box is blinking the green.
Oh, no, that one right there.
Okay.
This one here.
Yeah.
So what is that? Oh, that's
So
a face.
what that is that's a computer. It's called the Webcaster 2. It does two things. It does Facebook Live and it does YouTube Live. What's up, Sean?
Jason?
There's your guy,
Jeff
Sean.
Smith.
Oh, sorry, you didn't make it. Jeff Smith was going to stop by today. He wanted to say hi to you.
Yeah. Wayne, what's going on, Wayne?
Yeah, he's close by, right? That's right.
Yeah, because Amp is right, like, spit.
What's up, Sean?
That way.
Jonathan, Andrew, what's going on, guys?
Oh, hey, Jason, what's going on? All right, so as you can see, we have a third party here, and of course, it's a Thursday, and of course, this is the 100th episode of the show.
Yep.
So this is special. So we started this in January about 2 years ago, and here it is, December. 2 years later, we have a guest.
Norway.
We've introduced guests. We have Nalaka.
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm not going to butcher your last name. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, he can that's fine.
And we're going to have him. We're going to talk to him. He is with Orca, which not real important. We're just going to say Focal America. That's going to keep things simple. And of course, they do other brands too, which we can talk about in a little bit. But before we get going on that, we just want to remind you guys that if you need cool tools, you can get them at DNF Tool Drawer. If you want cool shirts like the 5-star shirt I'm wearing, you can pick it up at
Teesprings.
Teesprings.store/5-star, total brain fart. And of course, you can become a Patreon member and support the show there, and you get the video podcast. Now, on with the show. Nalaka, thank you so much for coming on. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Jeff Sell, welcome to the sunny Florida.
Congratulations on the 100th episode. So, Nalaka, why don't you give us, first off, what do you do?
Okay.
And let's start there. So
I'm the sales director for Orca Design and Manufacturing. Under the umbrella we have Focal, obviously, which is one of the biggest brands.
Biggest brand.
And then we have Illusion Audio. We have Moscone America, Moscone Glade in America. We have Black Hole, which is sound dampening materials and sort of stuff they use on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
So that's company portfolio.
Yeah,
it's a
heck of a portfolio.
So that's what we're talking about.
Thanks, John, for getting your shirt. Now, as we promised, there are going to be some show and tell on today's show. We got a box. It's sitting right here, which we're going to get to in a little bit.
Ooh.
We'll just say that, Utopia M. So if you guys followed them on Instagram, you may have seen this because they debuted it at SEMA this year.
Yes, we did.
So in Utopia, let's talk about Utopia for just a minute. There is several layers of the brand. There's always good, better, best. Access, you have, all right, so you have three basic, it's divided into three basic.
It's three different categories. We have the Elite, which consists of, you have Utopia, obviously the flagship. Ultima, you could start, let's say it's Ultima, which is still under Utopia series.
Okay.
You have Utopia, then you have Kevlar product, which is a K2 power, that's everybody knows. Then that will be the Elite series. Then you have your Performance. Performance series consists of variety of product, which is you have Flax product. You have some of the polyglass cone technology product in Performance. We have Access product. We also have Auditor products.
Right.
So that will be the Performance series. Then we have Universal / Plug and Play product. So that's divided into two different categories. Big category. So you have a Universal product, which is traditional speakers with
Toyota,
outboard crossovers.
Yeah.
Very easy install. Fitment rate is probably 85+%. And then you have your plug and play for Toyota plug and play product, BMW plug and play product, and then Audi VW plug and play product. So that category. So that's the two category that's from the plug and play, universal / integration.
Now on the show we do a lot of the integration, and a lot of the plug and play, a lot of the that category there, like the 6x9 components. Big advocate of the 6x9 components. We do a lot of the Toyota speakers. So a lot of the guys, we have several videos up on that a lot of the guys will buy that speaker just because of its cool plug and play. Plug and play is awesome. And of course, everyone knows the K2, as you said. I mean, how could you not know the K2? And I like to
yellow
say...
Yellow cones, right? Everybody knows yellow cones.
Yeah. Well, okay, so going on a tangent real quick. So we did the Pioneer Reps car. Back when Pioneer TSDs had the yellow cone.
Correct.
So we were doing his car, and of course we filmed it. It was one of the first videos we filmed. And we were putting them in. Everyone was commenting, dude, is the Pioneer Rep getting K2s? We're like, no, the Pioneers have the same color cone. And they're like, what the heck? Hey, Ada, what's going on? You know Ada.
Oh, say happy birthday. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, today's your birthday?
No.
No,
that
was before.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Everybody's gonna start singing.
No, we won't go there. So, anyways, back to K2 for a minute. One of the things that what we found is that obviously everyone asks about K2s, and it's the answer to the question is if you can't describe a K2 unless you've heard a K2.
Correct.
Okay. And so we were doing this customer's Toyota, and we had put some K2s in it. And he, was it Toyota? No, what was it? It was a Ford. It was an F-150. Oh my gosh, an F-150.
Yes,
I know you guys are, we do two cars a lot of F-150s and Jeep Wranglers.
Ooh.
It's like we do, that's the running joke, is that we do so many of these, because a lot of our videos are F-150s and Jeep Wranglers. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But, so, guy had driven down here to have us put all his stuff in, and he had K2s. And so we're sitting in the car and we're doing the final listen, and we're jamming out, and we're about 10-15 minutes into the final listen, and he was like, he turns the radio down and he goes, I get it now. And I go, you get what? He goes, well, because you say you just don't understand K2s until you've heard K2s. And now I know why you say that, because these are just incredible. And the whole roundabout why we were going there is because these are better. So we'll get to those in a little bit. Now, okay, so we're going to talk a little bit of history.
Okay.
What got you into, where did you start? Let's go back in time. Because, I mean, you're only like 24 years old, so, I mean, you can't have that
2 years ago. No,
2 years ago.
Oh, 4 years ago when I was 18.
Yeah.
I actually started when I was in high school.
Okay, good time to start.
Right, I needed a part-time job.
Yep.
And, obviously I wanted to buy my own, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So you were into car audio?
No, I was not. So I started at Radio Shack, believe it or not.
You worked at Radio Shack?
Yes. Obviously, most people don't even remember that with the out of business, right?
Yeah.
I started there, then I ended up buying a car, start tinkering with that thing, and I end up going into Alan Ed's probably a few times a week.
So Alan Ed's is a chain out in California.
Yes, right.
Okay.
I end up going there, buying, set of speakers, wires, a dash.
Basically blowing all your paycheck.
Yeah, I'm pretty much trying to do it myself, and then I realize I'm really not good at this. Doing installations, right?
Okay.
So I came to that conclusion.
Yeah.
After blowing a few $100s.
Yeah, it happens.
And then, I keep going there and doing this, and I end up somehow working there.
Okay.
So as a sales guy, obviously, I knew that before even I got there, I knew I was not good actually doing anything with my own hands.
I don't want installation.
I don't want to do installation. So
is this a screwdriver or a crimper?
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. Okay. Plus, I didn't want to burn anybody's car down.
Hey,
it's
man's got to know his limitations.
Right. Yeah. So I started at Alan Ed's as a salesman.
Okay.
So that went on for quite a few years.
So let's back up real quick. What was your first car?
Honda Accord.
You had a Honda Accord?
Yeah, 1990.
No, whoa, don't. You don't have to give me a year because that'll say your age. No, just kidding.
No, that was because
okay.
that was 4
Yeah,
years
your first
ago.
car.
First
Yeah,
car,
yeah,
4 years
first
ago.
car, first car is always
Yeah,
trash.
I bought
Okay.
that.
So what year Accord was it?
1990 Honda Accord.
Okay.
1990, okay.
Oh wow. I had a
So-
93.
Did you really?
Yeah, total it. Hard.
And
then I drove,
but I drove it until it fell apart.
Yeah, no.
So-
Well, it's funny because I was driving the Alpine Dodge Ram down in Miami. And so, just in case you wanted, John is off camera over here. So you guys, that's why I'm looking over there. Schneid's sitting over there.
Yep.
So I drove the Alpine Dodge Ram, and so after I told my Honda Accord, I was like, I want a Dodge Ram. So I bought a Dodge Ram. But anyways, so you had a 1990 Accord.
Yep.
What did you put in it? Do you remember?
You know, it was.
Subs or speakers?
I started with subs, obviously.
Okay.
Then, speakers and whatnot. And I believe the first set of speakers, back then Alan Edge wasn't even carrying Focal.
Right.
So I believe I started with either Kenwood or Alpine or some,
Right.
just, and.
Whatever you have.
Yeah. He's got the cool story. He says, my first car was a 69 Mustang.
Mustang.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Not everybody's cool.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna. It wasn't cool back then.
So that's the first set of speakers that I purchased, and
Okay.
from that on, I remember the Punch 45s, the Punch.
Oh, yeah.
And
The heyday, man.
Heyday, stepping
Dude,
into
the
those.
90s was the best.
Going back a long way back, then we were MB Courts dealer back then.
Okay.
So started with the old MB Courts.
Yeah.
Then I moved on from Alan Edge to more of a boutique location in Santa Monica.
What was the name of that place?
Automotive Entertainment.
Are they still in business?
Under a different name,
Okay.
yes, they are.
Yeah.
They're actually Alan Edge now, so it's full
There you
circle,
go.
right?
Jeff says hi, John.
Hey, Jeff,
Yep.
how are you?
Hello, Jeff.
Okay.
So, and that's how I got introduced to Focal.
Not to change the subject. So Jeff was kind of bummed because Jeff was on the show Monday,
Okay,
and he was on show 99. So he was like,
Jeff,
wait.
I got one over
He
here.
goes, wait. He goes, oh, we're not on the 100 show. And I was like, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Nalaka got the 100 show. He was like, oh, man. Because
Yeah.
he's sitting there doing this, wait a minute, that's at 99.
I'm
so
the 100?
Nalaka gets
That's
the 99, gets the 100 show. And I was like, I'm just there going, I don't know. I keep screwing up the numbers, so
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
we're not quite
we
sure.
move it around.
You know what? We're gonna share, Jeff. All right,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Well, okay, so he took he had the most views. So Jeff got the most views
shows,
of all
yeah.
the shows all
Mhm.
year. So he won that award.
I will
so.
stop promoting in Asia, then we will have more views.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I love you too. All right. So we went to the boutique.
And that's how I got introduced to brand of Focal. And it's been, and we started selling it. Obviously, we were very successful with it. This is in my DNA.
Yeah.
The brand itself. I sold the brand for 13 years before I joined Orca.
Okay. Wow. So, you were.
When I come and visit you guys and talk about the brand, my passion it's still there, right?
Right.
This is how I started. This is what's given me that opportunity to be here today. And so I'm very grateful for the brand. I'm grateful for Orca. And you know what? I get to sell one of the best brands in the world.
Yeah.
Okay? My job is...
It sucks. You can just say your job sucks. Okay.
It's not bad.
Arturo Macias, Orca family.
Orca family, Arturo, thank you, sir. Orca Army.
So how did you go from the boutique to actually working at Orca?
So, my
approached you in a
rep,
dark
like
alley?
John Schneid right over here.
Okay.
So my Focal rep, named Bill McKinley. And, he's, obviously come and visit me once a month
Yeah.
or whatever, do his thing, bug me for an order, and I said no. But now I do that to you guys.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Circle of life.
Circle of life. He was like, Orca is looking for somebody. I think you would be a great fit for them. Why don't you call Kimon Bellas? So that's how this started.
So did you start in the position you're in?
No,
or-
I did not. I started as the inside salesperson for Orca.
Okay.
I was in that position for probably 2-3 years.
And that
maybe
involves
4 years, then evolved into, to the next step, and then I'm at this position now. Finally, for the last, I want to say at least 5 years, maybe
Right.
6. I've been with
Wow.
Orca for 10 years, so.
You moved up fast.
Yeah.
So now it's your baby.
I pay the right people.
Exactly.
There you go. That's the right key.
One thing I haven't figured out how to do yet is pay the right people. Oh my gosh.
So.
That's good.
So
That's good.
now your job basically entails the whole U.S.
It's whole United States, yes.
Now, is there people beneath you?
I have a full supporting staff, right?
Okay.
I can't do what I do. First of all, my team at Orca.
Yes.
Right.
From warehouse to the accounting to the sales support team. Everybody that's
Yeah.
involved. We're a small company still,
Well, yeah.
right?
How many people are there? Do you know?
There's 13 people.
Hey,
Really?
14 people.
Okay,
So
making it happen.
We're very small companies. We all wear different hats. We all share everybody's responsibility. We help each other out. And obviously my rep force. Obviously that's a huge part of our success, right? We have 17 different rep forces, rep companies.
Only
that-
17.
For the whole United States, yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
17 different rep companies, rep force, rep marketing companies, and if you count 17
What's up,
different,
Bobby?
maybe about probably roughly 55, 60 individuals that
Yeah,
runs around
yeah.
each territory. So,
Now you guys started you guys started something new this year though with the trainer. So you guys have what's his name? Sage.
Yep.
Sage working for you.
So that was started sometime. Yes, that was this year.
Yeah.
So we have our internal RA department, our tech support different Jacob, right?
Yeah.
And last time I was in retail 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Last time Jacob was at shop and working on a car.
Yeah.
I know he works on cars still, but
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah,
like
yeah. It's
retail-
not the same
It's
thing.
not the everyday
Thank
thing.
you,
It's not the everyday
So,
problems.
We wanted to expand our tech support system to give more support to our retailers. So we had two choices to make. We hired, one or two people, one more other person to our tech support team internally,
Right.
or we go outside the box and we hire somebody that's actually every day in
Does
the
this.
trenches
Yeah,
and do this.
Does what we do
That's what
every
we
day.
do every day,
Right.
and up to date on every vehicle that comes through. So let's go and find the two best guys that we could find in our family, and let's bring them on board to do
Okay.
outside tech support. So I have Chris Bate in College Station, and then I have Sage Anderson Weir in Tennessee. So that do outside tech support for us. And Sage also does a little bit more for us now. He does our RA process, so if you have any RA issues or whatnot, you contact
Really?
him through. Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
he's a little bit more involved beyond tech support as
And then
well
he
for
still
us.
does his, because they just opened their new shop.
They do, but he has enough help, so he's still, he's still involved with day to day.
Okay.
On that part of it, but he found he has a really great support team. I mean,
Well,
he
that's
has Don
cool.
Lester and he has
Yeah,
a few
yeah,
other
yeah.
guys running the shop, so he's got more time to spend on our end of it, like Orca side of it, doing everything that we need to do for him to do.
So basically what he's doing, so what you've moved to then is you have a retailer
Mhm.
that sells your product.
Mhm.
And so then you can get real world experience and problems and feedback, and they can do beta testing for you. And
Absolutely.
so, but it's all in the field, real customers' cars,
real world problems,
real
world
abuse.
issues. Yes.
It's not, I've been doing this for 20 years. I know how to. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Not more that. Everything is done in the real world now. If I want to test something,
That's
we
incredible.
send it to one of these
You
guys,
know-
and they test them out.
And
right?
it seems like it would make so much sense.
It makes
Yeah.
totally sense.
But you're the
No.
only guys doing it. Yeah, exactly. But I get it. I mean, because we do a lot of beta testing for PAC because they're right.
They're right.
They're right there. So
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of interaction with those guys when they feel like sharing. It just depends what day of the week it is. But no, I mean that's brilliant. I mean that's a great way to make sure that your products are functioning.
Correct.
So let's talk. All right, so let's talk about, before we get to the M, which we'll get to in a minute.
Okay.
So let's talk about how car audio for Focal even exists.
Okay.
Because as we were discussing earlier, and you were telling me, it's fairly new that this even is a thing. Because Focal wasn't a car audio company.
Oh, originally for let's go to the beginning. Focal,
let's go to the beginning. Let's go back in time.
In Focal is a company. It's JM Lab.
Yep.
JM Lab Focal, right? JM Lab was Jacmel Laboratories.
Okay.
Which is the founder of Focal, and start developing. He wanted to build the best sounding drivers cabinets in a 2-channel mode. That was his goal, and he started doing that, and our president Kim Bellas at Orca was moved to the United States, I believe, sometime in the 80s.
Yeah.
And he was the sole importer for North America for drivers that we were supplying for OEM suppliers.
Okay.
And that turned into, obviously, this is way beyond my time.
Yeah. That was.
I'm only 20.
Yeah.
So,
we got that. It was like
so he started
a long time ago.
And like our national trainer, which I want to give him a shout out, right? Nick Wingate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
with the amazing
truck.
truck.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Well, so off target real quick.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it, but we talked about it on the show several times when we were at Knowledge Fest. The only vehicle that I actually had time to go sit in was
Nick's truck.
Everyone was telling me, go sit in Nick's truck, go sit in Nick's truck, go sit in Nick's truck, and I was like, I just haven't had time. Everyone's, we had the audio control, what's his name? I always forget his name. His car there from Audio Frog. And everyone's like, dude, you gotta hear that. But it was literally someone walked me over, and that was when we ran into you.
Right.
And they're like, and you were like, oh, listen to Sage's car, and it was like, I need to listen to the truck. Everyone's telling me I need to listen to the truck. So, and we sat in the truck, and we talked about, and we're like, that was the most incredible experience in car audio that I've had, and like, I was just sitting there going, wow, this is freaking insane. Wow.
See, that's what we wake up every day, right? That experience.
Oh yeah,
that's the experience to us. You've been doing this for
ever.
I mean, what
just like you,
200 years now.
10, 5, 6,
but that's the experience. The excitement that you have. If you could duplicate that to our consumer,
well, that's the idea,
right?
That's the idea.
That's that. I mean,
you don't know if you can't hear. You don't know K2s until you hear K2s,
right? Right. Real quick, James, just be careful because I don't think K2s is a $250 speaker.
No,
so
they're not.
Just make sure it's a K2 because they have so many. That they tell you there's a K2s and it's not.
Do you know Anthony there? Ant-Man on audio? Anthony Carrera. How do you say that for name?
Carranza.
Yeah.
It's in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the dealers.
Anyway.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No.
So anyways, yeah, when we were in Knowledge Fest, we heard his truck, and it was just like, and then of course he was telling us how much of the black hole stuff he'd put in it, and the modeling clay. And,
oh my God.
And we're just, I'm just, and then I had to laugh. Because he was like, they were saying how my truck doesn't get loud. And I'm like, okay. And I'm getting excited. I'm like, oh, he's going to play loud for me.
Good Lord, it got loud. Did he use that word yet?
Yeah. Okay. And he's like, that's pegging 120 dBs all day. And I'm like, wow. Okay, your definition of loud and my definition of loud don't go to the same place. Because like, I was waiting for like my short hair to start doing this, and yeah, this sounds good, and I'm impressed, but let's just keep it where it was. Because I think he was playing like some Led Zeppelin or something, and he was just like, yeah, and I'm like, no. Let's go back to the Alison Krauss, and where I was just like freaking out, going, oh my God, this is like so. You got how many speakers in here? Because it's the set of 3.5s. Illusions.
If I remember correctly, he had a C3CX.
Yeah, and then he's got some Focal.
Focal, you took maybe number 6.
Yeah, something like that in the doors. Yep, 6 inch. And he had just swapped out the subwoofers.
And the Raven C12 XLs.
Yeah.
Two of them, I believe.
Yeah, because he was playing with the box at the time.
Right. Yeah, that's what Jeff's saying right there.
You were switching boxes because I think you guys were demoing
the Focal box.
New Focal box.
The Focal box was then somebody wanted to hear the Raven when we were swapping boxes so you could listen to both of them.
That's what Jeff said, the C3As. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so sorry, I didn't mean to go down that tangent. I just wanted to throw props there because
Oh, no,
such
no.
an awesome experience.
It's experience, right?
Yeah,
That's what we
crazy.
remember. So anyway.
Yes.
So going back to Nick Wingate, how we went off track.
Yes. I do that.
Somehow Nick got a hold of Kimon and started buying
just raw
drivers and making their own crossovers and start selling it.
Yeah.
And then if there's another guy, then obviously fuel card, your retailers start using Focal home drivers that Kimon was selling in cars. So tell you the next step in 1989 is Focal Cardio began.
1989.
I'm proud to say now, today, in 2018, we are roughly about 35% of it all global volume.
That's just phenomenal.
So,
well, it's just a test to the product. It's an amazing product. And it is an amazing product. So we've been teasing you guys long enough. Let's take a look at the M. Yep. We're going to talk a little bit about the M. Because the M, we just got our little hands-on with it, and I was like, oh, yay.
First time.
It's double boxed. For her pleasure.
I thought we can't talk about it.
Hey, it's safety. It's all about safety. No bad words. You ever watch cartoons, man?
Yeah. Every day. All day.
Way ahead.
All day, every day.
Exactly. All right,
Hi
so
from Trinidad.
This is the M. All right, we want to start off just by we're going to put it on his shirt because it's easier to see. Look how shallow that driver is. So, I mean, most of the time when you pull out a driver, they're just...
let's see, this way, right?
Yep.
Probably see it better
you can
now.
see, look how shallow that is. So, most of the time when you get a big, massive, high-end driver, the first thing, it's like, what is it going to fit in? Because they're so deep. One of the things or points or issues Focal had was they didn't want that. They want to make sure that this can go in the modern car, and they accomplished that. Secondly, the cone itself is patented. It's an M-shaped cone. That's, as you guys can see, the ridge right here.
Mm-hmm.
And also, as we just found out, the paint is done like this to prevent people from making copies. So just like the person said earlier where they found a set for $200, you're not cloning this. This is definitely, because there again, Focal is one of the most copied speakers out there.
Well, no, it's also a compliment, right? No,
everybody wants to be.
You're the first guy that's looked at it like that. Damn, he's happy. He's way too happy.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody want to be Focal.
Right. So I take that as a compliment.
And
even though we still want to fight it every day. But don't get me wrong. But it's still.
So let's talk about the speaker.
Let's talk about the speaker. So you know way more about it than I do.
Correct.
So let's talk about one of the big hole in the back here, which with the red. I love the red, by the way.
Oh yeah.
You know this.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll take all the credit on design on this. Okay.
Well,
I have nothing to do with it.
Do you know Brian's Customs out of Dubai?
No, I do not.
Okay, so he's got a set of. They do a lot of Ferraris.
Okay.
And they have a set of the towers, the Focal towers, and they have them painted.
Did you just?
Yeah, I did because I was.
Okay. All right.
I dropped a Morel bomb. I'm sorry. Okay. See those two boxes right there? That's the Saturday show.
Okay.
So, and I'm really excited about it. So anyways, he's got a set of the home speakers that they had painted Ferrari red with the striping that goes down the F400, the F430. 430. That are just freaking amazing. But this red also reminds me of the cool high heel shoe.
So I'll give a shout out to my home brothers and sisters. So if you want to custom paint any of the Focal home, like Grand Utopia EMs.
Yeah.
Like if you want a custom color matched, you could order them your Ferrari red or Lamborghini green, or like one crazy gentleman in Saudi Arabia, he wanted it 24 karat gold plated. We could do that.
Really?
Yes. So it just
whatever you want, man.
That's all.
Yeah. But I love the red because it gray and red. I don't have my watch on. My watch is actually gray and red. But, all right, so as you notice the big hole in the back.
Yep.
Sorry. This is a vent. And it's a really big vent because what size is the voice coil?
I want to say this is, top of my head, it's about 3.5-inch voice coil. It's maybe a little less, but, compared to our, the previous version, that's a big improvement.
It's a big improvement. And as you guys know, when we talk about speakers that have bigger voice coils, which was the brand I dropped accidentally, the reason why they have the bigger voice coils is because it offers more power handling, more control, more accuracy, better sound, and in this case, it offered the ability to add a huge area for cooling.
Yep.
Now, this is made out of aluminum.
This is cast
aluminum, which is also there for cooling. And the magnet is on the inside of the voice coil.
It's inside the voice coil, outside the neodymium magnet.
Mm-hmm. So, and these are super light. I mean, that's like we got they have a cone material.
Just put it right here.
They had the cone, the actual plain cone that we could hold and touch. This material, it's amazing that it can handle the power that it does with how. It's like you almost feel like you could hold it in the air and it would just.
That's technology is what makes us different from other brands, right? The in-house technology, what we use. Why do we use this material versus this material? Because there's also multiple different reasons, and you know the lightness of the cone and the rigidity. So there's a lot of different aspects that we take into to consideration before we design or before we go into a market.
Now, everything about this speaker is unique as far as. Most speakers are just speakers, you know, it's just like there's a surround, there's a cone, there's a spider, there's a magnet, there's a voice coil, but you guys actually put effort into this. You have patents on this, several different patents on this.
So we have 2 different patents on it, obviously the ridge.
So the surround,
okay,
which you guys can't see here, I'm
can't
sorry,
see it, yeah, I know.
but it's sexy.
Then we also have the M-shape cone structure, which is patented as well.
Okay. Which is this cool
right here
and that's one of the features that allows it to be this shallow.
Correct.
Which was the big we need this to be shallow because anyone can make a semi-good sounding deep speaker.
Where are they made?
In France.
In France.
These are handmade in France. So these are obviously
they're handmade.
Yes.
Oh wow.
How many all these cones, the cone material, obviously the basket, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the material, everything is put together. The cone is actually stretched by hand, and everything's done by hand. I mean, you could go to Focal America YouTube videos, and you will see a factory to it. Yeah,
I actually watched that. How they do it, how they have the template, and it's amazing.
So if you can assume at this point, when we said handmade, that see, there's the Ant-Man logo. Good job, man.
Oh yeah,
you gotta have the Ant-Man logo up there. So just in case you're wondering, because they are handmade, they're going, They're handmade, so the price reflects handmade.
Now, this is active only?
This is active only.
Okay.
Yes.
And you buy them as you need them. So they come in a 6.5.
6.5, 8-inch, 3.5, and then obviously 10-inch subwoofer.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people say like you can buy it separately. This one came in pair.
So the 6-inch comes in as a pair.
Just like the box.
The Utopia tweeters will come in as a pair.
Yep.
3-inch and the 8-inch will come in individual drivers.
Yeah. So if you're going to do a center channel, or if you have like a center sub, or if you just want to, or whatever.
Your creativity will take.
Oh yeah.
You know. So
well, you were telling us how many different combinations were
30
there?
different combinations with this. That's 5 different products.
So it's just not ice cream, people. Which we were talking about earlier too.
Yeah.
So
I should come up with 31 different combinations, and just like Baskin Robbins, right?
Exactly. 31 different. There you go.
Well, we want to be different though, so we're going to stick with 30.
Yeah, I was going to say, no reason
How
to
much
copy
power
them.
handling is this?
This is rated at 100 watts continuous, 200 watt maximum.
Okay.
So, at the 6-inch.
At the 6-inch.
So, and another key features, key things that I want to talk about on the 6. So, obviously, having this M-shaped cone, what does it do? Okay, good. That's a good question, right? So, it's really difficult to show you guys, but having that M-shaped cone, now we could bring that voice coil all the way to that front M-shaped area.
Right.
So that's how we may have that much bigger voice coil than a standard, cone drive. Standard 6-inch driver, you would not be able to fit. So that's the technology. That's your voice
This thing
coil
with
right
the
there.
holes is what leads down into the voice coil. So if I turn it just a little bit, you see the yellow part there, that's the spider. So you can get an idea of how wide that is. All right, let me try
really
to just
wide,
turn. Yeah, so that's all. Yeah, it's all voice coil.
Yep.
That's incredible.
So, and this driver right here, the frequency response is from 60 to 6K. That's 8-inch, same depth as the 6.5. Will go from 45 to 5K. So 3.5 will go.
When are you getting
from,
these, John?
And he ships them.
Are they shipping yet?
January 2nd, we'll start shipping in US.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay.
So those of you guys that are interested in these, that's when you can, so you have time to save up to get them.
Yes, you do have
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
You have
totally.
to, and all that Christmas money. Come on, guys.
Exactly.
Save him, okay? Because we have
We got a lot of them
We got a
coming.
lot of them coming. I need help. All right, come on, help me here.
So, all right, I'm gonna set this in the
So,
box.
and a 3.5, I was gonna say.
Yes.
3.5 go from 200 to 10K.
So it's funny you should mention the 3.5 because we've so each year we try to pick a theme that the year is going to kind of rotate itself around, and last year was definitely, or 2018 we call it the year of the DSP,
Right.
because this year,
Is year of M.
well, next year will be the year end.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
but this year is definitely by
I'm
far.
already next year.
I know. Well, yeah, of course. You're
Yeah. It's like, I'm done.
You're the last
Okay.
show of the year
You're
for
the last,
this,
exactly.
so yeah, we're done too. Trust me. But so wrapping up 2018, we called this the year of the DSP because as a manufacturer, if you weren't making DSPs or you didn't have a DSP, you don't exist anymore.
You're not in
so
the game.
like and your Moscone, you guys have. I don't know, 20 DSPs, it seems like.
Yeah.
Or at least a good 6 to 8.
Well, we want to give you guys the choices,
Right.
right?
Oh, yes.
Because
Yeah.
you don't always need an 8 to 12.
No.
You need a 4 to 6 time to time because
Yeah.
depending on the application.
That's how you
and-
have 31, 32.
Exactly,
You got
right?
plenty of DSPs.
And let's talk. Actually, that's a funny subject because me and John was talking about it. And actually,
Let's
it was
talk
our
about it.
last
Yeah.
our last stop as well. DSP
Yes.
in an amplifier. I don't know how many of you guys could remember Focal. We came up with amplifier called Focal Dual Monitor.
Not
That
gonna
was
remember.
about 12, 15 years ago.
Way before my
Guys,
time.
that has a built-in DSP in it.
Okay.
Okay, that was 12 years
12
ago.
years ago.
So we were way advanced 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe the market wasn't ready for that
Well, and
amplifier.
I feel that's what happens a lot of the time.
Right.
Is these
So-
you come out with these cool products, and there's several of them, and no, they're not ready for it. I mean, look.
There was no reason for it. There was no situation like, oh, I can't change the radio. I could change the radio on almost every car back then, so why do I want to spend this much money?
Yeah.
And then from that, moving on to Moscone, Moscone D2 products, the 1 series, the older models had built-in DSP
Right.
for the last 7-8 years.
So I blame that on marketing.
I you know what? we are a product company.
Yes.
Sounds true.
We are not a marketing company.
Yes.
That's definitely is where we fall short.
And you want to know
so-
you want to know the best example of that? NASA.
Yes, they're
Because if
they're
NASA,
engineering company.
if NASA would have hired a company to represent them, they would not be in the situation they're at
Where
right
they're
now.
today.
Mhm.
Because the microwave, that's NASA. These are there's life-saving things that NASA has taught us that we as people don't know anything about unless you go there and take the tour and they go, hey, by the way, we invented this, and you're going. And you guys can't get us to Mars? What the heck? So and there again. So in doing my research for this interview, I was just sitting there going, "What? How come I didn't know about this?
Yeah.
How come I didn't know
Yeah.
about this?" And there again, I blame myself too because I didn't take.
Oh,
the time
we have
go.
to take a blame for that, right? I mean,
But you guys-
we have to be more with our consumer, our retail
Yeah.
network, and promoting our product and the futures and the benefits.
Well, I feel you guys are going that direction now because you guys started the new program with Mobile Solutions.
Yes, we
Is that
did.
is this the first year for that?
That was last year. Is our first year for that.
Okay.
And this is our second year. That is something that as an Orca we're gonna continue to do.
So if you guys don't know what Mobile Solutions is, if you ever see the cool templates hanging on the wall or the cool router stands, or if you're a
Yep.
fan of Car Audio Fabricator, he's a big proponent of, or big,
Thank you, Kerry.
user of Mobile Solutions. But Mobile Solutions has a training facility in Arizona, and you guys teamed up with them to take certain dealers out to Arizona and then teach them about your products, build techniques, and how to install and tune. And
It's not even our product. I mean, of course, we're using our product.
Right.
We
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
We do a live build.
Yes.
You know, and I gotta give a shout out to some of the the top guys in our industry. Come and support me on all these events. You know, the Pates of the world, the Matt Schaefer's and the JT, Tom, and obviously Brian himself.
Yeah.
And we do a build. We go through basics. We go through advanced techniques. We go through a lot of different techniques that Brian has and a few other people. So it's a collaboration of a bunch of people that we do this together. And what we teach there, it's not necessarily applies to our product. It applies to any product, in
industry.
And it just to make you overall more efficient and better and more advanced is what we're going after. So
what's Carrie giving you crap about?
Oh yeah.
Oh, thanks, Gary. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So, you okay?
Yeah. Thanks, Gary.
Like I said, I'm not putting my tongue in your ear. Inside joke.
So, actually, guys, I mean, mobile solution. Please take the opportunity. Come and come down and come to Arizona, hang out with us for 3 days. It's not only that it's an educational thing; it's also a team building process, right?
Right.
It's networking and getting to know guys from different parts of the world. Which we all trying to. As an industry, we all want to elevate ourselves to the next level. So
right. And we all want to bring it together. I mean, that's why this show exists, is to bring consumers into the Bay, into the house, and get them excited about products, and we get to have people like you on the show so that they can get
thank
that.
you. I'm honored to be here.
And trust me, we're honored to have you. I mean, that's, it's
thank you.
Yeah.
Humbled.
That far. All right, so. We were talking. Yeah, I sidetracked the heck out of us. I love doing that. How old are the
K2s?
The K2s.
K2s. We just made a K2. We had an improvement revision on that about 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Prior to that, the old series like the 165 KRX2s. That was in the market for at least 5. I want to say about at least 14 years.
Really?
The K2 Power has been around in the market. So if you look at the different series, I'm going back to my retail days and start thinking.
Of course.
Yeah.
Which was only like 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So we had I remember that we had to make our own 3-way kits, which is Santa Monica, in LA that a lot of BMWs obviously. We had the 4-inch and a tweeter. And then we use a separate mid-bass driver and putting kits together.
Oh, really?
So that was like 2005. I don't know.
In the 2000s.
Well, okay, so that brings about a good direction to go. You talk about you had to build those kits back in the day because there wasn't a 3-way kit.
There was no 3-way.
The cars had 3-ways. Now you guys have 3-way kits all the way down to the access line.
Correct.
Which
every series has a different price levels.
Yeah. Now, and of course, you have the perfect fit stuff. Did you have any influence on that happening, or because you guys obviously Focal just doesn't make a Toyota perfect fit speaker because they don't need to. There's not a cabinet for that. So was that driven by USA, or is that something?
I think it's a little bit of both, right? It's a collaboration of Asian countries and and obviously the U.S. market. Our engineering team at Orca, like Alan and Timon and Nick and whoever that's involved in that process. Obviously, we have a very good grasp of our network and what we need and how we want to go to market, right? So
because you guys are one of the first companies to come out with a perfect fit.
So when we wanted to do something, we look at how much a product out there, how many Toyotas out there, how many Fords out there, how many Chevys. So there's obviously collaboration. Obviously, even for the Utopia M, 7 years ago we sat down and says, if we ever do a new Utopia series, what should we do? First of all, let's go active. Let's go a la carte because I think that makes sense. I mean, that was 7 years ago.
Right.
Nobody even thought this is what we were going to come out back then when we started.
Right. You were just whiteboarding it out.
So Orca is unique in that sense because we work really closely with the mothership when it comes to. I give you some.
This is Clearwater. You gotta be careful when you say stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. Let's use the more political.
Yeah, exactly.
The globe.
Global perspective. Yeah, I got you.
And hey, this is what we need in our market.
Yeah.
And we work together and say these are the parameters that we want to work with. So that's pretty much how the R&D and the development. Every product that we still have out in the market, we ask for you guys if there's an issue with it, send it back to us for a reason.
Yeah, well, you guys just redid, which is one of the things you were talking about at Knowledge Fest. The whole not the cheaper line, the
Otter?
No, above the Otter.
The Universal.
Universal.
The Universal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why I always forget that. We use so many of them too. I just call them the plug and plays. But so you guys just redid the whole Universal line to fix or say improve an issue where it was you found a lot of us were just using them to improve a factory speaker. So a guy would come in, he wants a factory upgrade, and there was a power handling issue. So you guys have made them more efficient and work better off of like say factory radios.
So every time that we have a new series come out or Kevlar, from the old to new, we kind of want to address the market, right, and see where we need to make changes. That's what I was going with my last comment. Like when no, that's okay. That's quite all. When we get some.
Sorry, Chris Bennett from Area Control, say bye.
Bye, Chris.
Bye, Chris. That we ask for product to back because we test every single product that we get back.
Right.
And we have our white notes on those, and Alan is he goes through every single one of them, and he shared those notes with my R&D at the France factory. And if there is an obvious need that we need to make a production change.
Right.
And those are the things that we work on every day to make those changes as we go along. So going back into Universal, one of the few things that we wanted to do with that, it's called Universal for a reason.
Right.
We want it to be an easy fit, and for you guys to be able to have a fitment to most cars out there without any modification to the vehicle. And it's one of the main reasons that we took out outboard crossovers. It's built into the driver and to the tweeter.
That's so nice.
So it makes your life so much easier.
Well, because now the tweeters are up in the A pillar and the mid base is in the door. Where am I putting the box? I'm not.
Right. So real quick, are you going to talk about Gladen?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. What do we want to know? Gladen Auras is the
last technology.
Yes. It really is.
Is that the headphone thing?
That is, yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is actually. We are probably gonna do probably more, at CES at 20, in a few weeks. But that's probably is a breakthrough in our industry when it comes to vehicle tuning. Just touch base, very simple, basic way.
Keep it easy.
So Auras is pretty much it's for our retailer network. It's a tool.
Okay.
Okay. It's
like that tool.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
It's a tool for you to use on a DSP tuning.
Okay.
So pretty much what it is, most of the time when we use a DSP product, when we tune it in a vehicle, we go sit in a car and say, okay, do we want to do a center, center, or we want to do a driver's seat, right? We have to. That's
we have to figure that out.
We have to figure. That's the first thing we
Right.
want to figure out. Let's just say we're doing a driver, correct?
90%
of the time.
Yep.
And whoever is working on the car, he's obviously going to tune it. He's going to do his time alignment, do his measurements, all that stuff. That's all great. But one major thing that we don't take into consideration is the consumer who drives that car.
Right.
Is he tall? Is he short? How is his driving condition? Does he drive with the windows up, windows down? We never think about that.
We do, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We actually measure the sheet before we start.
Correct, but we don't know his height.
Well, no, we'll measure where he's at.
Okay, so you guys don't.
Yeah.
So
we try.
We try to do the best.
We try to do the best.
Exactly.
But I understand what you're saying.
Right. So this is what we always does is, it's the engineer who came developing this is actually his background is He's a hearing aid
Okay.
engineer, so
Yeah.
he makes hearing aids,
Which are pretty incredible.
pretty
nowadays.
incredible devices,
Thank
right?
God, because we're all going.
So
deaf.
he obviously he understands more in depth. Everybody's ear canals has a different depth. Some
Okay.
of them are
Right.
longer, some
Yeah.
of them are shorter.
Yeah.
We all different, right?
Yes.
We all unique in that sense. So for us to tune a car properly, so we want to put, obviously I want to sit in that vehicle
Mhm.
and put these little, kind of like a
Yeah,
earbuds.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
put
Yeah,
into
like a
your
little
ear.
earbud.
So it will measure your ear canal distance and find out where is the actual exact center is.
Really?
Yes. So now once you have that information, now your tuning got so much easier for you. And it
Wow.
will also take into effect, like if it's you put the windows down, the outside noise, so we have to calibrate to that. So this is almost make our life so much easier when it comes to tuning a vehicle.
So that's going to give us the numbers, and then we can input the numbers.
Exactly.
I didn't get
So
paid
there's
for
more
one of those.
software versions that working on that.
Yeah.
So at CES we will have. So if you guys are coming to CES, please come by the booth, come and check it out. Because you will be able to not only hear
Jason,
the.
I need that.
We need that.
We all
we
need
all
that.
need that. I mean, come on.
Yes.
You know,
So not only you
why
be able
save space in the drawer?
right.
Yeah.
Not only you'll be able to hear the Utopia M product. We're gonna have home cabinets.
Okay.
We will have 2 home cabinets with the Utopia M 8-inch, 3-inch, and a tweeter, and a 2 10-inch Utopia M subwoofers.
Wow.
So we will have a listening session.
Okay.
And also we will have wine and cheese, guys. So come on.
Well,
down.
it's
Okay,
wine.
it's
You gotta have
French.
wine and
Yeah,
cheese.
that's
French, right?
Yeah,
Come on.
well, I mean,
So
it's
we're gonna-
yeah, so it needs wine and
if I can't
cheese.
sell you on Utopia M, let me sell you on cheese and wine.
So is that only going to be compatible with their products, or is that for any product?
Right now we will be compatible with Moscone product.
Okay. Yeah,
as
it's
far
easier
as
to
my
develop for
knowledge.
yourself.
Okay, so
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
software and in the future, would it be something I don't know. As of
Yeah.
right now, I cannot speak for that. And even myself I'm not an expert on this category as of right now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to speak out of turn by no means, but it's definitely it's a groundbreaking technology.
Oh,
that's-
definitely.
yeah.
So
Oh,
it's,
it's
about
amazing.
it's right now we are trying. They are trying to make the software versions a little much more easier, user friendly, and so. But next year we will definitely have more regional trainings based on that, and trying to it's what it does is if you're a Moscone for Orca retailer, Focal retailer. You're gonna you're unique from the guy,
Yeah.
the XYZ, right?
Yeah, exactly. You have the tools.
You have the tools. You
Firm believer in having the tools.
yeah, now you are doing scientific measurements to tune a vehicle versus
Guessing.
yeah.
And no.
Real quick, what is the best sounding Focal speaker?
That's I can't answer that
Okay, what's
question.
the-
I love all my Focal
I know
speakers.
you love. Okay, what's the best selling series?
To this date, Kevlar is my #1 selling SKU.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
There
It
we
still
go.
is. So, and that tells you 2 things, guys. One, that's not a
Cheap
100
speaker?
cheap speaker.
No.
No.
So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
don't get me wrong. I sell a lot of access.
Oh, yeah,
I sell,
yeah,
but,
yeah,
that,
but-
if in dollars, I still have the most amount of. If
well, like I said, once you've heard K2, you're
once
spoiled.
you go K2, you'll never go
You
back.
never go back.
Was that?
That was good.
Yeah, that's what you need on your t-shirts. That should be on the t-shirt.
Once you go K2 power, you're never going back.
Yeah.
Was it for Fernando's car, John?
That's good.
I'll tell you the story I know. All right, guys, believe it or not, that's the end of the show.
All right, I made it.
You made it.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah.
You made it
I
through the
made
100
it.
shows. Is there anything you want to add before we wrap?
No, come and check out focalamerica.com, Moscone America, Gladen America, then Black Hole. Please come and check out. And guys, I cannot thank you enough. All
We
the
wanna
support
thank you
throughout
for
the
coming
year.
on.
Real quick.
Thank you very much.
What?
Real quick, so you guys gonna be on CES?
We will be at CES. We'll be at Westgate, right next door to the Las Vegas Convention Center.
Okay.
So check out our website. You can find out exactly what.
And you're going, right, John? All right, so we'll have all the info after the show.
information. Nice.
So
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in on this special edition of the show. This is our 100th episode, and it's on a Thursday night because, well, you guys know what's going to happen Monday. It's that holiday thing, so we won't be having a show.
Merry Christmas.
We won't be back until next year, so this is it until 2019. Yeah,
That was nice.
Yeah, you were.
John was
yeah.
in the,
yeah.
So
that was-
I'll be here for the 200th episode. I'll make a deal.
Well, let's hope you come back more than that.
Yeah.
God, that was.
Okay, I'll be here for the 125, the 150.
Okay,
but-
yeah, that'll work.
okay.
That'll work.
You can come anytime.
So as you guys
Definitely.
know, DNF Tool Drawer is a place to find the cool tools. Teespring.store/5star. You get the cool 5-star shirt. And of course, Patreon is a place where you can go and support the show and all that.
Yep.
For those of you guys that aren't going to catch the Saturday show, it's going to be 2 hours. Just chop in, say hi. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next year. Have a happy, safe holiday. And otherwise, we'll see you Saturday for the marathon 2-hour broadcast of Q&A.
YouTube.
Fun
Yeah.
it is. All right,
Bye.
guys.
Happy
see
holidays.
you later.
See ya.
Bye.